Good Saturday evening, everybody. I'm meteorologist Nick Kelly checking in on December 14th of 2019. We had a quiet day overall, even though it was downright cloudy with a few areas of fog and mist at times. That really kept temperatures cold, but again, we kept things quiet. But that is setting the stage for a 1-2 punch of a storm system that'll be working through as we go through the next 2 days. So we're going to really focus on Sunday and Monday with this vlog, but of course we'll give you a look at the week ahead of us as we continue to roll along here. In the meantime, here's the look from Indigo Sky, the time-lapse rather, throughout the course of the day from the outskirts of Seneca, Missouri on the Oklahoma side. Just cloudy skies, not just over the casino grounds, but all across the area. And even though at times the radar might have suggested there may have been a few snowflakes trying to reach the ground, that's just moisture really high up in the clouds. We don't have a lot of low-level moisture yet, but it is setting us up for our next storm system that actually has winter weather advisories out ahead of it that covers a good portion of the area. Southeast Kansas, all of southeast Kansas, and southwest Missouri, along and north of 44, so Jasper, Lawrence counties, and north from there. That is in effect until 6 o'clock Monday evening because of this 1-2 punch of a storm system that's on the way. And the cloud cover today really made an impact on temperatures. It wasn't that bad at all yesterday, with highs going into the mid-50s. We had midnight highs in the middle to upper 40s. Then with all the clouds today and that cooler breeze working in, temperatures just couldn't go anywhere. We dropped back to about the freezing mark at Joplin Regional this morning. And then we only made it back into, oh goodness, maybe the mid-30s for the afternoon. At 7th and Rangeline, just before we hit the top of the 6 o'clock hour, we have seen skies again. Cloudy, but quiet. So to get the evening going, we're looking just fine. But you'll definitely want to bundle up. 34 at Joplin Regional with it feeling like 29 with a northeast breeze at about 6 miles per hour. And that humidity will continue to remain pretty high, if not climb up more throughout the course of the evening. Right now, though, it sits at 75%, or at least the last check, it was at 75%. Again, everybody had midnight highs ranging from the lower to upper 40s. In fact, we had some spots starting out around the 39 and some spots as warm as 48. Then at 6 o'clock before sunrise, we saw temperatures fall back into the mid-30s, lower to middle 30s throughout the afternoon, and even getting this evening underway. That's where temperatures are generally going to stay. We will stay in the mid-30s for at least a good portion of the evening. Then we'll see them slowly drop off to about 30 overnight. That's going to be key because as that first wave rolls in, we will see more moisture working as a result, and we'll have drizzle, freezing drizzle, and then we'll try and see if we can get other forms of precip to mix in as we go into the rest of your Sunday. So let's get you back to the maps. Let's break down where these waves are. Nothing at the surface right now. We're underneath mostly cloudy skies, and again, the radar may suggest some snow in southeast Kansas. None of that is reaching the ground, though. Snow is reaching the ground, though, with the echoes popping up in southwestern Nebraska and across parts of Colorado. And that's where our first wave is in the upper levels of the atmosphere. This wave coming out of Montana and Wyoming. That will be the first wave that I'll have to deal with for Sunday. And then right behind it in the Pacific Northwest coming onshore across the coast of Washington and Oregon. That is wave number 2. That'll work in for Monday. Both of those waves together will, at the surface, push this system, this low-pressure system, mainly to the south of us. So the bulk of any rain or thunderstorm chances in terms of more springtime-like rain, thunderstorms, and even severe weather, that's going to be a problem for, make that an issue, rather, for parts of the deep south and parts of the southeast. As long as this low tracks close to us as we go through the next few days, it will pull up enough moisture for us to deal with rain and other types of precip. So let's break down what we're expecting. Going through the rest of the evening, again, we're fine. We stay dry, but the clouds will be around. Once we hit 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, areas of light drizzle and freezing drizzle will begin to develop. Then, once we go past sunrise, here's 9 a.m., most of us are dealing with rain along the south of I-44. Then as you go farther north, that is where that rain starts to mix in with a little bit of sleet, or we can combine those two words, sleet and freezing rain. And then, once you hit north of Nevada and up to Kansas City in the I-70 corridor, that is where that is going to be cold enough for snows. And that's going to be a persistent issue for anybody planning on going to Kansas City, and especially for the Chiefs game on Sunday, because they have to deal with snow throughout the day, and that will cause some issues on the roads. Around here, we'll be fighting a battle between rain and the mix of freezing rain and sleet at times, and Doesn't matter where you are, though. As far as temperatures go, it's going to be a struggle to warm up again. 30 in the morning, 34 by noon. I think at most we can get up to 35 for an afternoon high in Joplin, but most of us will struggle to get to about the middle 30s for Sunday afternoon. As we start to cool down at least a little bit for Sunday evening, this first wave will be on the way out. So what starts out as a mix of rain and maybe a little bit of freezing rain and sleet for Sunday evening gives way to mostly cloudy skies overnight, maybe a little bit of freezing drizzle at times going into Monday morning. Then there's wave number 2 that'll come in. That could give us quite a good bout of snow and maybe a quick little window of sleet and rain. But most of our accumulating snowfall with this 1-2 punch of a storm system will be coming in on Monday before we get a chance to brighten the skies up and calm things down for Tuesday. Now let's talk about amounts. As far as ice goes, most of us will have light ice accumulations. Most of us will be in the neighborhood of about 1/10 to 2/10 of an inch. Can't rule out a few spots close to about 1/4 of an inch of ice. It's not a big ice storm by any means, but it's something to keep in mind if you're going to be on the roads for Sunday and even going into Monday. So be sure that you're careful on the roads and take it slow, take it nice and easy. And as far as snow amounts that we're expecting, again, the most of the accumulating snow will be closer to the I-70 corridor near Kansas City and working into the rest of central Kansas and even going into central and eastern parts of Missouri. Around here, snow accumulations will keep them generally on the light side. Along the south of 44, let's go up to about 1 inch. Most of us will be in that 1 to 3 inch range with the higher amounts the farther north you go. And once you go north of Nevada, Fort Scott, let's say Iola and Yates Center and points north, that's when the snow amounts can start to inch closer over, 3 inches. So we'll be keeping an eye on this storm system for tomorrow and Monday as temperatures stay cold. Then after we bottom out at 19 Tuesday morning, we'll go back to mostly sunny skies and see if we can get highs back to 37. I do anticipate us going back into the middle of the upper 40s Wednesday and Thursday. Then we'll see if our next storm system can come together with maybe a quick shot of rain and snow by the time we get next weekend underway. But highs will stay mainly in the middle of the upper 40s by the end of the coming week. Have a good night, have a great Sunday, and let's be careful on the roads.